Hi everyone, this is Kathy and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to present to you a project that I've been working on. This is a reupholstery of a rocking chair. It's not your typical rocking chair. It's called a bentwood rocking chair. However, it's not made of wood, it's made out of wrought iron. I originally got this chair from my sister who gave it to me, a long time ago. And she had it in her college days, and so you're talking 1960s, 1970s. I'm not really sure how old the chair is, but it is at least that old. And it's an awesome chair. I don't think you can find them anymore, and if you do, it's probably going to be worth some money. Anyway, I'm in the process of redoing my back porch, my 3-season room, and this was the first project I wanted to start with because everything is going to revolve around this chair. So I will take you through the process of how I reupholstered this chair. So to start with, I'm going to reupholster and remake over this chair. And it's a great chair. It's a rocking chair from the 1970s, I believe. But the chair has seen better days. The fabric is wearing out. The sides of it are getting a little bit rusty, and the screws have all fallen out, and the bottom of it isn't even attached. So the first thing I did was take the chair outside, and I had to use sandpaper to scrape off all the rusted parts of the metal. And after doing that and washing it down a bit, I took it out into my yard and I spray painted it black. And that alone just made the frame look so much better. So after spray painting the frame black, I had to remove all the old fabric from each of the 3 panels, and I decided to reupholster it with this nice woven fabric, and I am also replacing the foam. It was kind of a meticulous job getting all the staples out, but eventually I managed to get all of it off and getting ready to reupholster it, the fun part. The first part is replacing the foam. So I ordered 4-inch foam. I took each of the 3 boards and approximated how much foam I would need. Then put the boards on top of the foam and traced around it to get more of an exact measure. And from there, I cut the foam to size. I didn't really have the correct scissors to be cutting this 4-inch thick foam, but I struggled through it and it really didn't need to be exact anyway. So as long as I had approximately the right size for each board, that's all that really mattered. After cutting the foam, I sprayed some spray adhesive on the board and the foam to get it to adhere a little bit better while I'm cutting the fabric, which you will see shortly. And again, just like the foam, I cut a piece of fabric approximately the size of each of the sections. Makes it a little bit easier to work with. Then I placed the section on top of the fabric and started stapling. First I staple in the middle of each of the sides. Then I continue to staple it and continue to stretch the fabric so that it's fairly taut. When stapling the corners, I folded it like you would fold the corners when you're wrapping a present, and so that the corners, are not left bulky but are pretty precise. So here's the one part of the chair, the back of the chair, and then this on the back is like this, but it's kind of an open chair. There is no backing to the chair. It's just the wrought iron, so you'll be able to see the back of the chair. So I decided to take the same fabric and put it on the back like this. However, because it's a type of fabric that ravels, I decided that I needed to serge the edges of it, this here, because otherwise I'm going to have a bunch of loose threads coming out all over. I am so happy that this is working. I literally have not tried the serger out in years, and I could not remember how to use it. So after serging the panels for the back of the chair, I just went ahead and I hot glued them onto the back. It was the easiest way of doing it, and it worked. So the final thing to do was to screw each of the panels into the chair. There were already holes in the chair for the screws to go into, which made it easy. And I purchased some leather straps for the arms of the chair. And actually I went and I used E6000 to glue the straps for now. There was no way that I could sew those on as you usually see, but the hot glue, well, the E6000 seemed to work, so I went with that. And here's the final product. I'm so glad with the way that it turned out. And the seat is 10 times more comfortable with the extra thickness of padding, and it's just a wonderful rocker. And stay tuned because I'm making over the rest of my back porch / artist studio.